Hey everybody, hope you can hear me. Hope the wind is not too bad. On that side of the valley is the Fields of Dreams. I've had Roman silver, Roman coins, Roman fibula. I've had hammers. I don't know how many hammers, but a lot. But I'm on the other side because over there everything is planted or has cows on it, and I don't want to disturb them today. And my first signal is very stony ground here, so I won't be doing a 10-hole live dig. I'm just going to do a normal hunt, and that, my first signal, is a whacking great big pocket watch case. That's very, very cool. Yeah, and there is a signal next to it which I'll get to, and we'll have a look at what that is. Could be trash, but yeah, that's very cool. Anyway guys, moving on. So, great big pocket watch case there. Next signal up in the 90s. Yeah, that's a joke, isn't it? Really? Okay. Waterproof, anti-shock, stainless steel back, anti-magnetic. It's a Swiss-made Oris. It's been bashed around quite a bit. Oh, it's been in the ground a while. I can't see anything. It's totally black. You never see anything like it. It's a pocket watch case and a wristwatch right next to each other. I mean, what are the chances of that? Moving on. So, pocket watch case, wristwatch. What's an 8283 going to be? Sensitive FT on the Deus too. I don't think it's a crucifix. I think it's some kind of key, but I'm not entirely sure. It's cool. I'll clean it up later. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff here. Moving on. Well, it's a beautiful location here, with birds of prey over the top of me, these black clouds coming in, an incredible view. And then I hit a signal. I changed over to this camera because I think this one might do better justice to this. I'm not sure what it is yet. Coin or button game. Coin, I think. Yeah, it is. It's a wrapping, I think, or something like that. Might even see the date on it. 2 wrapping, 18 something, I think it is. Yeah, it's a little hammered coin by the looks of it. It's very thin. Perhaps the date, I don't know. Looks like 1840 something. I'll clean it up later and show it. Very cool. They did hammered coins quite late in Switzerland. Yeah, very, very cool. Moving on. And another piece of a pocket watch. Don't know if it's from that case that I found. If you've seen my previous videos on the Fields of Dreams, you'll know that I find a lot of pocket watches and pocket watch parts on these fields, because this area has a long history of pocket watch makers. So this is why I find so many of them. Didn't know that when I got the permission, but yeah, cool. Moving on. And no matter where I am, that's always a cool find, a musket ball. Yeah, very cool. Moving on. Well, I got a 57, and you know, I found it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, you can use the pinpointer, but you can also use your detecting head. Why can I never remember what that is called? Oh, it's a cog. Yeah, it's a clock cog. Probably too big to be out of a pocket watch, unless it was a massive one. Although that was a huge case I found earlier. Perhaps it's after that one. But no, that's a clock cog. Cool. Moving on. Coil. Called a coil. You can wave it over the coil and find your signal. Yeah. Stop talking, more digging. See you next. Well, I like finding musket balls, but I like finding musket balls even better when something's been done to them. Now, I'll have to clean that up later, but you can see that it has a ridge cut all the way around that, and this standing up on top. So I think they were trying to make a gaming piece or something like that. Anyway, it's cool. I don't know if they quite finished it. Might be a shape on the bottom of that, or it might be just random marks. But it's a very cool piece. Moving on. Well, I just hit a very high squeaking 89. And I can see something down in the hole here. It's only like 2 inches below the surface. Coin or button game again. It's modern. Yeah, it's definitely more modern coin than that last one. It's you can see the lady stood up on that. It's a Swiss coin. Can't tell exactly what that is. It's a half franc. Looks like 1907. Now that's, I actually can't remember if that's silver. I'll have to check that. Very cool. Very cool. Moving on. And my next find is a crushed up lead bullet. Now, as you know, on the Fields of Dreams I find hundreds and hundreds of these. It's interesting that I'm starting to find a few on this side as well. Okay, moving on. Well, just had this very interesting signal. So I'm starting to understand what that means now. Is if you get that triple when you go over something, it's right on the surface. So I can actually see it. It was just below the surface of this dirt, and we're playing. Wow. Are we? No, we're not. It's a button. Is there anything on it? No. Plain button. Oh, I thought it could have been a coin again. Anyway, moving on. Well, that's another piece of pocket watch. I've got several pieces now. Yeah, if I find enough, I might be able to make a whole one. Moving on. Well, I just hit a signal. I don't know if you can see it quite on the edge of my little shovel here. Oh, there goes my hat. And my hat clearly has a metal lining inside. Oh, stop. a bit too windy for this kind of hat. Well, I don't know, actually. I mean, these ring things, you know, they are ring things. I think it's a bit too small for horse tack, but, you know, it's actually the right size for a finger ring, but it's very hard to tell. I'll clean that up, see if the inside's flattened out. It does look like the inside is flattened off, but yeah, who knows. Anyway, cool find. Moving on. Now, I spy with my little eye something beginning with R. A rim. But a rim off a button. The squeaky 70 signal. Well, it's a coin. Of some description. It's got the beautiful shield pattern on the back of it, so that, well, I'm not entirely sure whether that's a 1 wrapping, but anyway, or 5, could be an old 5. Anyway, I'll clean that up later. But another coin for today, doing well for today. Moving on. That's kind of a cool find. It's part of a harmonica reed. Oh, I saw so many people finding these for such a long time. I didn't find one for I think a year of metal detecting, and now I found them all the time. It's just the way it goes. Moving on. Well, I think I see a rim here. It was a 57 signal, and I think that's a modern. Yeah, it'll be a modern 1 franc, I think, or modern-ish anyway. Yeah, 1968. Just a year or two off being silver. Okay, still cool though. Another coin for today. Moving on. Being watched. Well, the rain's coming in, so I don't know if I'll be detecting for much longer. Oh, there goes my hat again. I had a 54. My guess is that that's a modern coin. Yeah, can't really make much out on that, to be honest. Have to clean that up later. I suspect it's a modern Swiss coin of some description, but who knows. Anyway, another coin. So I don't know how many coins I've had today, but a lot for my average. Moving on. Well, it was a massive signal. I'm probably not going to take that with me. It's a cowbell. Yeah, it's fitting in Switzerland to find a cowbell. Yeah, it's what it is. Moving on. Now that's an interesting piece of lead. It's square. It's got a sort of, it's not a hard point, but it has a rounded off edge. And at the top here, it's flattened out, and it would have had a hole in it. That's very interesting. If anybody knows what that is, I mean, of course it looks like a needle, but I can't imagine they would have used lead for threading something. Anyway, it's cool, whatever it is. Moving on. And now a tiny little weeny button. Don't know if there's some kind of pattern on that. It looks actually like there is. A real tiny one, shank still intact. Yeah. Button. Moving on. Hmm? Oh. No idea. Not sure exactly what that is. Perhaps a little strap end. Slightly decorative. Yeah. Cool. Moving on. Well, this is going to be an interesting wrap up for sure. Look at all of these bits of pocket watch. I didn't film them all, you know, I was finding one after the other. It's definitely a place where, pocket watch heaven, let's call it. A place where they go to die. Or perhaps they planted them in the hope that they would grow new ones. Who knows? I mean, I don't know how many bits I found. That's not all of them. This is remarkable, really, with the detail around the outside here. Can't see any lettering of any kind, unfortunately, but it's a huge brass, I'm assuming, pocket watch. I mean, it's massive. I think it's by far the biggest one I've ever found. That's one hell of a timepiece. Perhaps it belongs to the white hare. You never know. Some of you will get that. Swiss-made Oris watch, wristwatch. I have no idea why the face of that has gone totally black. I can't see anything beyond that. It's impressive. Oris have been going for well over 100 years, so they're a good brand. They're not, you know, top end, but they're actually a very well-known, good, affordable, well-made watch. Anyway, stop talking, moving on. Yeah, napkin ring? Who knows? It's interesting. Yes, look at that. For what on earth has happened to that? I mean, it was, I guess, some sort of musket ball, but not anymore. I don't even know if you could class that as fired and hit something the way it's messed up like that. Dropped one, possibly. Yeah, bits of lead bullet. Buttons, a couple of nice buttons, including this tiny weeny one with the shank still on. Possibly another piece of a pocket watch. What could easily be a strap end or some such thing. Piece of a clock. A ring, but it's not, yeah, it's just a ring. It's not flattened on the inside. I don't think it's a person ring. You know what I mean. Look at the color change every time my hand is moving. Sorry about that. You know, random bits and pieces. Don't know what that is. Yeah, also a random piece. Oh, this was really interesting. Is that, you know, would they have used that as some sort of needle for going through holes, you know, holes already pre-made in leather? It's made from lead. I have no idea what it would be for. I guess that would have been a hole there, would have been complete all the way around. But yeah, if any of you guys know, it's a very unusual bit of lead. What on earth could that be for? A clock winding tool. It has several different ends in it. And yeah, you would need something like that if you're carrying a pocket watch like that. Bits of lead, usual random things. Piece of a harmonica reed, always nice to find. Now, This was a surprise. I don't even know if I filmed finding it. Yeah, I mean, obviously it was very dirty when I got it out of the ground, but you can see this thing is covered in detail. You can see the ridges here, the point, and look at the shape of this. And on this side, you can make out again, there's lots of detail. I'm not going to clean this. I have to hand this in. I suspect this is quite old. I would also think, I mean, it's broken down this side. I would also suggest that could be a scabbard end of some kind. What do you guys think? You know, that's what it reminds me of. The base of a scabbard, but yeah, I mean, it has a lot of detail on it for what it is. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, no idea. Any of you guys know? Let me know. Coins. Let's get on with the coins. A very crusty, but I love the shields on these things. I don't know if this will quite do it justice. It's an early 1900s coin, Swiss coin. Yeah, but you can't really see. It's a 1 rappen. This thing's pretty old and you can't really make out much on it, but it is actually a 10 rappen coin. Can't make out the date on it. It's been around a while. That much I know. Crusty half franc from 1907, if I can get it just right to look at. And you can see it's black, but with a little bit of shine there. This is silver. So that's really wonderful to find a little silver coin, but this thing it's crusty. Yeah. But silver is silver. Yeah, the modern 1 franc coin. And then last, but by no means least, come on camera, do me some justice here. There we go. 2 rappen, 1845. Hopefully you can just about make that out. And on this side, I don't know which way up that goes there. You can just about make out there's a shield on that. That's very cool. It's a very thin hammered copper coin from the early 1800s. And they still did coins for each area in Switzerland up until 1850. So they all had different qualities, different types, different designs. And then after 1850, it became 1 coinage for the whole of Switzerland, which is why you're still finding hammered coins quite late in the history of Switzerland. But yeah, it's a cool coin. Very happy to find it. Unfortunately, it's too old for me to keep. So that one will be handed in to the archaeology department. Yeah, cool day. Lots and lots of finds, but mainly pocket watch pieces. It's definitely one of the strangest hunts I've ever had. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see you on the next one. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching my video all the way to the end. And I'll see you soon. Moving on. And just as a quick addition, I did see that in the base of this pocket watch is actually written the word silveroid. It's a cupronickel, copper-nickel combination. There's no silver in this, but it's very cool. Very happy with that. Anyway, just a little extra for you guys. Moving on.